let me start by asking you something I think we've all felt. Have you ever had that feeling of just being stuck? Maybe it's in a job or a relationship or even just a way of thinking. It's a pretty universal feeling, right? Okay, so what if we tried looking at our lives through a different lens? A simple but really profound metaphor. Just imagine your entire life, your whole journey, as this massive, sprawling tree, just full of all these different branches to explore. This one simple image, it's the key to everything we're about to talk about. So let's dive into our first section, the habit of possession. We're going to look at a deeply ingrained habit that can really hold us back. And a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening. The source material gives this habit a specific name, possession. Now, this isn't about owning stuff, like a house or a car. It's about the internal act of clinging. You can think of it as our psychological attachment to how things are right now, to our comfort zone. We hold on so tightly to parts of our lives because they feel safe and familiar, even if they're not really serving us anymore. So what exactly are these branches we cling to? Well, they can be pretty much anything. On the outside, they're the people we meet, our jobs, our material comforts, but it goes deeper than that. They're also internal, our thoughts, our beliefs, those memories we treasure, even our attachment to our own physical body. All of these things make up the branches of our life tree. But this habit of clinging, of just staying put in our comfort zone, it's not exactly harmless. Let's explore how it can cause some real problems. This brings us to our next section, from pause to blockage, where we'll look at the real danger of staying still for too long. Now, what's so interesting here is how this shows a slow, kind of sneaky process. It all starts with a simple pause, a moment of rest on a branch, which is totally natural. But if we start to cling, that pause turns into a full-on stop. That stop then acts like a brake on our forward motion. And eventually, that brake creates a complete blockage. So what's the big deal? Well, here's the result. When we create these blockages by holding on too tight, our spiritual and emotional power, the very energy we need to fly from branch to branch and navigate our lives, it just starts to fade. We literally end up weighing ourselves down. Okay, but it's not all bad news. There's a really powerful way to counteract this. Let's explore the art of letting go and how we can find freedom without actually having to lose anything important to us. And this right here illustrates a super important distinction. Letting go is not the same thing as losing. Losing means a permanent separation, right? An absence. But letting go, that's an act of freedom. It's about non-possession. The branches of your life will always be there. You can always go back and rest on them whenever you want. You're simply releasing your tight grip. And when we truly master this art of letting go, the rewards are, they're transformative. This is where the magic really happens. So let's soar into our next section, freedom, the view above. By releasing our grip on just one branch, we free ourselves up to discover all the other incredible branches on our life tree. We get to welcome in new, empowering experiences. We get to enjoy the unique view from all these new perspectives. We're choosing to live a life of freedom, soaring above the tree instead of being stuck on one tiny part of it. This source material frames this choice so perfectly with this quote. It really is a choice. We can stay stuck on a single branch and just watch life pass us by, or we can embrace the freedom of flight.
So this is all great in theory, but how do we actually bring this into our day-to-day lives? Well, that's what this last section is all about, a practical step you can take today.
The key takeaway here is to start with simple, gentle observation. Just for today, start to notice where you might be clinging. Is it to a specific outcome at work, an opinion you have about yourself, a plan you've made? Don't judge it. Just become aware of that feeling of holding on too tightly. And we'll end on this final, powerful idea that just summarizes everything so well. True freedom comes from using everything without possessing anything. So the question I'll leave you with is this. What one branch in your life could you loosen your grip on today, just to see what it feels like to fly? That single choice, that's the beginning of the path to flying high.